First off, my nigga Mo, I am the coldest. I'm not the middle child, I am the oldest. Weight of the world, carry that on my shoulders. I'm David Ruff and these niggas is oldest. These bitches be champing, these niggas be bold. I ain't naming their chesses, I'm aiming their noses.
So, dude, what's good, bro, gang?
What it do, baby?
Make sure y'all hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed, and let me know in the comment section, was this a good video or no? And if you say no, send me a better one, you feel me? Let's get into the video.
The fat man was my least favorite customer. You
The
could
fat
smell
man.
him come in before you saw him. Nearly 7 feet tall and at least 400 pounds. The guy had a distinct smell.
I know what he's talking about.
Burning hair. I didn't
Something
dislike
like
the man
you
because of
don't
his
shower.
appearance or odor, though. No, I hated whenever the
Attitude.
customer Brad came in because he ate his pizza like he was going to war. Brad would settle his bulk into a corner table, then order our largest deep dish pizza to start. That was
Damn,
his
to
appetizer.
start?
He liked to
To
work his way
start?
through our hot and ready menu. If a particular item caught his attention that day, he ordered double. His
I don't eat
mid-meal
Little Caesars,
break was a
like,
triple
I've only
order
had it
of
like once or
crazy bread,
twice.
an order of wings, and all of this was washed down with liters of Diet Pepsi. The way Brad ate,
That's how you
terrified
gain
children
weight.
and ran off other customers. He hit the pizza harder than the Allies
Damn.
when they stormed Normandy Beach.
Damn.
Globs of sauce and chunks of crust went flying in every direction when Brad chewed. It was
Damn.
like someone set off a hand grenade inside of a lasagna. His shirt, cheeks, and table were splattered each
Damn.
session before he was halfway done.
Damn.
Anyone sitting within a dozen feet of Brad was in danger of being struck by
They look
debris.
scared as shit.
And the sounds he made when he ate. I still have nightmares about the slurping, chomping, gurgling, moaning sounds. Suffice to say, no one ever wanted to wait on Brad when he visited our Little Caesars. So,
I know
as
somebody
the
that
manager,
chews loud
that
as
duty
shit.
usually fell onto me. We tolerated Brad scaring away our other customers because there really wasn't a legal reason to ban him. That is, until one morning in January, when Brad waddled into the restaurant.
What did
holding a
Brad do?
small cooler, took his usual seat in the corner, and ordered
What?
every cheese pizza that we had in the kitchen.
Damn, it's only like
Brad, I
one
think
cheese
we've got
pizza,
about
right?
80 pizzas cooling back there, I told him. How many do you actually want? 80 is a good start. but
80.
You'll need to keep them coming.
80.
I have an appetite.
80.
What's in the
What?
cooler? Brad grinned. His teeth were awful. Just some
80?
toppings I brought from home. We don't
80?
really allow that. Do I need to register a complaint with Little Caesars main offices again?
Chill
sighed.
out.
Fine. Whatever. Just don't make a mess. Brad lifted his cooler onto the table and started poking around inside while I walked back to the kitchen to give them his order.
80.
When I returned with Brad's Diet Pepsi and first pizza, I
Diet
nearly gagged
Pepsi.
when the
With
smell
80
from his cooler
pizzas?
hit me. Inside of the box were dozens of plastic baggies arranged around a few ice packs. The baggies were smeared with a thick pinkish fluid and contained gray chunks of what I had to assume was meat. Whatever
Ew.
it was reeked like it was spoiled.
Ew.
You can't eat that, I said,
Ew.
setting Brad's order on his table. The food in your cooler has gone bad. Brad just smiled and popped one of the gray blobs into his mouth, then licked the pink fluid from his chin. I retreated before my stomach betrayed me.
What is
The
that?
rest of the staff and I barricaded ourselves in the kitchen as well as we could. Every few minutes, I would run another pizza out like I was charging across a battlefield dodging cannon fire. Brad's rotten toppings and wood chipper eating style scared away most of the customers immediately. One
Turn
brave
right
family
back
tried
around.
to stick it out, sitting at the opposite end of the room. But Brad ended up choking on a slice of pizza, then coughing it up.
Spitting.
The wad of dough
Oh,
and
man.
flesh shot all over the tables and splattered the family. Brad
Bruh, he would've
started
had to see me, bruh.
Spraying more food.
He would. Oh,
That
and
was
he
too
laughed.
much. I stormed
He-
over to Brad's
he
table
would've had
as
to
the
see me,
family
bruh.
left in disgust.
He would have
That's
to
it.
see me.
You're banned from Little Caesars.
No
I
question.
shouted.
No question.
Brad just continued to munch. But I haven't finished. Finish up then. Eat as much as you want and more. But after you leave today, you're banned permanently. Brad shrugged and thrust his empty glass at me. Refill. The big man continued to eat for hours. I'd never seen him tear through pizza.
I wish there was
wings,
an
and
image
crazy bread
of
like he
Brad,
did
like
that
in
day.
real life.
At one point, he slouched over, and I thought he was finally done. But then he popped up and beckoned me over with one swollen hand.
Soda.
I didn't know how Brad
he want more soda.
possibly keep eating. The buttons had popped from his shirt, and his belly spilled over his legs. I want to try.
Soda makes you more full,
he
bruh.
said,
When
nodding
you're
towards one of
eating,
the
don't drink
disgusting
soda.
baggies.
Drink water.
Toss those in the microwave for me. Absolutely not. If you do, I promise I'll leave here in the next hour. I pulled my
Bruh.
shirt over my nose and tried to defend against the stench and gingerly picked up the baggie with a napkin. I
What
hurried
is
back to
that?
the kitchen, poured out the vile gunk into a bowl, and put it in the microwave. The
what
odor
is it?
was overwhelming, and I knew we'd need to air out the kitchen for days to get rid of it.
What
I
is it?
immediately regretted listening to Brad's request. Maybe it was time to call the cops and have him tossed out.
Yes.
More! I heard him yell from the dining room. Stack them high. And I need a refill. Since I
knew
was
it.
watching the
I knew it.
microwave, my assistant manager Bianca was the one who had to run out the next tower of pizzas and a 2-liter. The microwave beeped, and I extracted the foul contents. When the
What is
steam
it?
cleared, I nearly dropped the bowl. Not because it was hot, but because outside of the little baggies, I could finally get a clear look at the toppings Brad had brought from home.
What is
Most
it?
were unrecognizable lumps of pink brown, but one object was unmistakably, undeniably
ear?
the bottom half of a human ear. I
Wow.
placed the bowl on the counter, my face
Wow.
cold with shock. Before I could decide how to react, there was a
You should
shriek
have
from the dining
called
room.
911.
I made it to the kitchen door just as Bianca came running inside, clutching her arm. At first, I thought she'd gotten pizza sauce all over
What?
her hand. There was so much red.
Bruh.
Then I realized all of her fingers on
He
her left
bit
hand
your
except for her
fingers?
index and thumb were gone. Nothing but raw stumps.
Bruh.
Bit me! Bianca screamed. I tried to put the pizzas down for him and that monster snapped.
What?
I heard the sound of falling tables and a loud crash. Not one part of me wanted to go look,
Bruh.
but I was the manager. The staff at Little Caesars were counting on me. Wrap Bianca's
is
hand in a towel and
crazy.
keep pressure on it, I instructed one of the cooks. You, call 911, I said to another. We need an ambulance and
Bruh.
the police. I took a breath and walked out into the dining room to find Brad on the floor. He'd fallen from his chair and knocked the contents of his table everywhere.
What?
He had half of a pizza in his mouth, his jaws trembling as he chewed, and he was crawling towards another pile of slices.
What?
What did you do? I whispered. What is wrong with you? Brad spit out the pizza
Bruh.
long enough to laugh.
And he
Shame on
laughed?
You've gotten so close to my food. You don't mess with a man's food.
Oh my god.
food. Where are my toppings?
This is
What are
crazy.
they? Friends and family. I've been saving them up for a while.
Friends
For
and
something
family,
special.
bruh.
Brad army crawled on his elbows, dragging his descended gut along the tiles. He made it to a nearby pile of pizza and began devouring it.
Bruh,
His
you were
whole
eating your
body looked
friends and
swollen
family
as a
on
blood-drunk
pizza.
tick. The police are on their way, Brad. He nodded and started
What?
eating faster. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. The man shoveled food into his jaw,
Friends
swallowing
and
without chewing.
family
I couldn't
on
help but
pizza.
stare. Once all the pizza was gone, Brad laid on his belly, licking his fingers. More. He
Bruh.
demanded. No. More.
That man said
For someone
no.
that big, Brad crawled fast. He came at me, pulling his bulk along with his bloody fingernails.
He bit your
I
ankle.
ran, tipping over a table and crashing to the floor. There was a tug at my foot. Brad had a hand wrapped around my ankle.
Oh shit.
He dragged me towards him, and I reacted on reflex, kicking out.
He's an ankle biter.
My shoe connected a crack, and Brad jerked away, his nose bent at an unnatural angle. I said more, he growled, leaning on a table to stand up. But the table couldn't take his weight. The stand cracked when he was halfway standing, and Brad slammed into the floor, gut first. There was a horrible ripping sound, and I saw Brad's eyes go blank. He tried to rise again, but something was wrong. When he got to his hands and knees, it became clear that his body had finally burst from the pressure and the force of the fall. His stomach had a tear right around the belly button. Purple intestines and undigested pizza all spilled out into a wet pile on the floor. So
is this real?
Hungry,
what's the title?
Brad whispered before collapsing. They had to bring in a professional disaster cleanup crew to
Alright, these might not be true. Oh my gosh, that is nasty.
We had to close the restaurant for 48 hours. To this day, Brad's last meal remains the second or third worst shift I've ever had managing at Little Caesars.
The second or third? What? That would have been the first. What the heck?
I'm a 25-year-old petite woman working in an advertising agency.
You don't sound like a petite woman.
My office is in a secluded area outside the city. It was a recently built department, hence the number of employees is not more than 10 to 12 people. I shifted for this job. The work pressure was so high sometimes that most nights a group of us had to stay back for projects. Hence my regular dinner was takeout foods. I am a smoker in my non-smoking group. So
smoker
I
of what?
Walking to the Little Caesars pizza place while taking
cigarettes,
a smoke break.
weed. Like, what do you smoke?
I went alone because I like their pizzas. So it was one Friday night, and I was still working late. We were a group of 3, and everyone was trying to finish quickly so that they could jump into the weekend. After an hour, I finished my work, but my
what do y'all think she smokes?
Still stuck. We were all planning to leave at once, so I decided to wait for them. While they worked, I went out for my usual break. The Little Caesars shop was at the end of the road. There weren't many cars that night. I crossed the street and lit my cigarette. I was walking on the footpath when a car came from my direction and flashed its bright headlights on the opposite side of the road. A man, about 40, 50 years old, was seen standing there. He was dressed in a very poor way. His trousers were muddy and torn in places. He was too lean and looked pretty pathetic. There was no expression on his long, pointy face. He was just standing there, watching me. I turned my head away, feeling extremely uncomfortable and
that looks like a cigarette.
I didn't look back and went
especially the way she holding it.
Store. I was about to go in when that man yelled from the back, "Pizza! Pizza!" I turned back in shock and saw he was still standing at the same spot and watching me. I rushed inside and closed the door of the shop. An old woman was sitting at the counter wearing a t-shirt of the franchise. She was in her late 50s and wearing too much makeup to look young. Her
as usual
face still couldn't hide the fact that she was about my grandma's age. I was a bit surprised because I'd never seen her before. Generally, a guy named Simon always attended the night shift, and I'm pretty familiar with him. "Is everything all right, dear?" "Huh? Yeah, yes." "What would you like to order?" "Yes, of course." I embarrassingly walked up to her and started to look at the menu above the counter. "I'll have 1 small pepperoni pizza and a Sprite." "Very well. Take your seat."
Stop drinking soda, y'all.
I sat on the corner,
especially if you're trying to lose weight.
Wall. I could see the road outside. There was a lamp post on the opposite foot. It was constantly blinking annoyingly. I was trying to look closely, searching for that creepy man. Pizza, pizza.
Oh no.
What the hell? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to scare you. The guy you were looking for is a homeless madman. He often walks
with
the
a
streets
car?
late nights and screams pizza whenever a customer enters the shop.
With a
It's not
car?
harmful, just a bit crazy.
Homeless with a car?
I see. Here's your order. Enjoy your food.
I'm
She
missing
left the
something.
tray in front of me. The pizza slices were unevenly cut. She went back to her seat and I grabbed the biggest slice to eat. I gave a big bite. I was just enjoying chewing the soft bread soaked in sauce and cheese when I felt something stringy in my mouth. Something was rolled around my tongue. I grabbed it and pulled it out from my mouth. It was a curly strand of hair. My organs whirled in disgust inside my stomach, and I coughed out everything on the plate. The hair seemed highly similar to the old woman's hair. She looked at me like I was rude, coughing out the food.
I would have been so
I could
mad.
have screamed at her for providing a pizza with her hair as toppings on it, but I am not that confrontational by nature. I got my shit together and was deciding to leave when I heard footsteps outside. I looked at the glass and freaked out immediately. That crazy man was staring at me through the glass.
Okay,
His
I'm
entire
guessing he
body was
didn't have the
leaned over
car.
the glass, making his facial features look even more disturbing than before. He remained like that for some time, then started walking away. There's no way I'm going out while that man is out there. I couldn't eat the pizza after what I discovered, so I thought to call my colleagues to see if they were done by now. I
Nasty
planned
ass
to wait
Little
here
Caesars.
and tell them to come meet me so that I didn't have to walk back to the office. I took out my cell phone and called them. Luckily, they were ready to leave as well. I told them to meet me at the Little Caesars pizza shop and noticed the lady at the counter watching me with a weird smile. Once I disconnected the call, she said, "You're such a scaredy cat."
That's
I
her
didn't want to
boyfriend.
answer her back because I had to wait for a few minutes more, and I wanted to do that without any trouble. I couldn't eat the pizza, so I grabbed the Sprite to take a few sips. But before I could open the bottle, the
Is something
seal
in her
was
Sprite?
already broken.
Oh
No
shit.
sooner did I open the bottle, a foul smell of urine choked the air inside the
That's
restaurant.
fucked
I got
up.
up and started vomiting on the floor. Hey! You were ruining the place. Stop it.
I'd be
The
like,
old
clean
woman
it up,
started yelling
bitch.
at me. She rushed towards me and pushed me back while I was feeling sick. I couldn't take it anymore. I somehow kept my balance and then started
Swung?
shouting at her.
Did you swing?
What the is wrong with you? You gave me urine to drink? Are you insane? What? Don't lie. I know girls like you, trying to blame the employee for everything. Just pay the bill and get out of here. I took out a $10 bill and threw it at her while rushing towards the exit. I was walking past the counter when I saw someone lying on the floor behind the counter.
Oh
I
shit.
didn't fail to recognize the person on the floor in a fraction of a second. It was Simon, no doubt. His head was hurt badly, and there was blood on the floor. I turned around and saw the woman standing behind me with a huge, evil smile. Seems like he likes you, dear.
What is happening?
Saying this, she pointed at the entrance, and I saw that freaky man standing outside, obstructing my way. He chuckled and said,
Damn.
"Pizza! Pizza!" and lunged at me with a massive rock in his hand. He hit me on the cheek real hard, and I felt my jaw break.
You let him hit
Blood
you?
and teeth sprung out of my mouth altogether
shit.
when the woman grabbed me from behind and started to strangle me. I kicked my hands in the air to free myself when I grabbed the woman's hair and pulled it with all my strength. A bunch of her curly hair along with a patch of bloody
Damn.
scalp came out. She screamed in terrible pain and set me free. I then kicked the man and he fell to the floor. I jumped and came out of the shop when I saw my two colleagues running towards me at full speed. They saw me struggling with this duo from the end of the street. We
Bruh.
called the cops and guarded the exit until the cops came. There was no way I was letting these people go. The man remained to lie on the floor unconscious while the old woman kept cursing at me, walking back and forth like an injured wolf. When the cops came and arrested them, they gave us shocking news. This man and woman are husband and wife. They're both deranged criminals who were on the run for the last 8 months from the local asylum. They pulled off some robberies and assaults throughout the city after escaping prison. I stood there and watched the cops taking them away. Before getting
and she worked at Little Caesars?
They both looked back at me and said, "Pizza! Pizza!"
Wow. The craziest part about this video is my nieces and nephews are coming over, and I'm probably gonna end up eating pizza, bruh. Like, this was a weird ass story, y'all. These were weird ass stories. Which one did you like the most? I liked the first one. The fat man and the pizza and eating his friends and family on the pizzas, and oh man, that was a good one. If y'all like these stories, let me know in the comment section. If y'all want to see more animated horror stories, let me know in the comment section. Make sure y'all hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. If you made it to the end, I appreciate you. I appreciate everybody that's supporting this channel and has been supporting this channel. Let me know how long you've been watching this channel in the comment section, and I will catch y'all in the next one.
I throw myself no back, you can just keep your love, I'm cool with it. Try to let them in, they backing up, they say can't handle it. Just give me some time, I made it shit. She said she need my heart, so why she down the shit? That's how the game slide. Yeah, sitting there for the coupe, that's how the game slide. Yeah, sitting there for the, I got a bad bitch on me, yeah, certified. Yeah, sitting there for the coupe, that's how the game slide. Damn, bad bitch on my line, she getting too red beside it. Damn, pussy function, I got a game beside me. Said I be making her mad, she getting too red like Target. I just can't keep my mama off me. Said she want more than she lost with me. We can go man for man, we doing it.
Keep it cool.
Keep it classy.
And we love you.
Stay awesome.
Always.
And forever.